And it's Tuesday, so we're again looking at our second PE lesson of the week. So this time, what we're going to be looking at is a totally different warm-up. We're going to be looking at different skills that move yourself forward, ready from last week. Now, make sure before you begin you have a big enough space, okay, that's nothing around you that you can bang into, jump on or hurt yourself. Now make sure you've got an adult in the room with you, making sure they're supervising you at all times, making sure it's safe. We want to keep you safe whether you're at home or you're at school. And also, make sure you have plenty of water. Now year 3, why do I always ask you for water? Why does the class teacher ask you to bring in water bottles? Why water? Why not Coca-Cola? Why not Fanta? Why not lemonade? Why is it good that for our bodies, why is it so important? Why is water so important? What's so important about water? Yeah, maybe you could jot that down and get an adult or your supervisor to write it in the comment section. Or maybe you could just tell your adult or your friend next to you. Okay? Why does our body need water even more so after exercise, after PE, or after any sports that we may play? Okay, so that's question number 1. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a visual warm-up. Now, I selected a different and another YouTube video for our warm-up. Now, the warm-up is called Level Up 3. And what you've got to do, you are the character, the person on the screen. And when that character jumps, you've got to jump. When that character ducks, you've got to duck. If that character does anything different, you've got to do exactly the same, okay? But we need to keep our body high intensity. Remember, last week we talked about why we need to do a warm-up, okay? So we're all familiar with that. So what I will do is I'll put a link in the description about the Level Up 3 video, so your teacher or your adult, your supervisor can just click on the button and you can copy that video, okay? So the warm-up, copy the video, do that now please. Right guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. That got our bodies really energized and very active. Yeah, I really like that warm-up. Now there are different levels, not just Level Up 3, there's Level Up 2, Level Up 1. So if you want to continue to do more of those, yeah, feel free when you're at home or in school. If it's like active learning, maybe we could have a look at some more YouTube videos. What I might do is incorporate Level 2 and Level 1 into our future videos for our PE lessons. Now, we're going to be looking at challenge number 1. And your challenge number 1 is a throwing game. Now, I'll let you decide whether you throw underarm or you throw overarm. It's entirely up to you. Now, the idea is you're just going to find objects that you might have around the home. Just small objects that you might have around the home. Little toys and little figures or toy cars or little dolls or anything like that you might have at home is really good for this game. So, we need something to throw. Now, I've just scrunched up some piece of paper, okay, because we have that at school, and you probably will have that at home, whether it's newspaper or some tissue, okay? Because we need the ball, we need like an object of a ball shape, okay? So I've just scrunched some piece of paper up. Now, the objects I'm going to use is a welly, is some bubbles, and because I'm at school, we've got some glue sticks, okay? And I'm going to place them on the bench behind me. And I'm going to make sure they're evenly spread out, so the glue stick's going to go here, welly in the middle, and the bubbles there. Now, it's entirely up to you how many steps away from the bench you take. Now, because we're in year 3, I'd expect you to take at least 3 steps away from the bench, making sure the decent steps, not just little steps like this, okay? Making sure they're big strides away, making sure they're a decent step away. Now, 3 steps minimum, okay? If you want to go that extra little bit and really challenge yourself, try it for 4 steps away. Now, if you really want to try your best at this, if you really want to accept a challenge, go 5 or maybe 6 steps away. I'm going to really challenge myself. I'm going to go for 5 steps away. You choose what you would like to do. I'm going to give it a go now. The idea is obviously to knock over as many objects as you can. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm 5 steps away. You can just see me in the angle there. I'm going to go for an underarm throw. Remember our technique of under. The arm comes behind our body, and as it comes central, we release. Okay? I'm going to go for the glue stick first. So as I come up, try to hit, and I've knocked down the glue stick. As you can see, it's rolling on the bench. I pick up my paper ball, and I go for another object. I'm going to go for the welly. Now, it hit the welly, but it didn't knock off. Okay, so that tells me my accuracy is very good. However, there's something I'm lacking. Could you tell your adult, your supervisor, your teacher, or a friend, what is that? What am I lacking in there? What is my throw not having too much of? Yeah, it's power, isn't it? I need a little bit more power. Now, which is more powerful, underarm or overarm? I'll let you decide on that one, but I'm going to change, because I think I need the most power for the welly. I'm going to change to the bubbles, okay? I'm going to go for that one. Come to the end, and I'm going to go for the bubbles. Oh, just over. I just hit it over. So I've got to concentrate now on my accuracy. See how many you can get. Now you can change this. You could add more items to the bench. You could go for 4 or 5 items. You could, if you found it difficult, take a little bit step closer to the bench just to give yourself a chance to start with. If you're finding it too easy, go for 6 steps, 7 steps. You decide. Let me know which technique is better for you. Is it the under? Is it the over? Have you had to change in that game? Maybe for the glue stick, underarm was appropriate. Maybe for the welly, I might have to go overarm because it's more powerful. I'll let you decide. Right, year 3, how did we find that? Okay, did you accept the easy challenge? Okay, or the easier challenge, not saying it's that easy. Yeah, trying to throw the object to hit our targets. Did you accept the hardest challenge? Did you go maybe further? Maybe 7 steps, 8 steps maybe? Did you really, really challenge that overarm or underarm throw? Let me know, get your adults or your supervisors to let me know in the comment sections below. I'd love to hear how you're getting on in these videos. Right, the last part and the last challenge for yourselves. Now, sticking with the paper ball, and I've just got myself a workbook because I'm obviously in school. Now, you can use maybe a reading book that you have at home, a magazine, something light, okay, that's quite flimsy. Because what our aim is today is to use this as a bit of a tennis racket, okay, or a badminton racket. And what we've got to do, whether you choose either 2 hands to keep the ball up in the air, or you have 1 hand. Now obviously 1 hand is much harder. So if you want to start with 2 hands and then go to 1 hand, or if you just want to dive in at the deep end and just take 1 hand for it, go for it, okay? Don't be afraid to think, whoa, that was quite tricky, let me try 2 hands. So the idea is to keep the ball up as many times as you can. Now I'm going to set a target and I want to see who can beat my target, okay? I'm going to really try hard with this. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19! Can you beat 19? That was with 2 hands. I'm going to go now with 1 hand. Ready? 19 with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 with one hand. So I found it easier with one hand. Give that a go, guys. Year 3, did anybody beat 31 with one hand or 19 with two hands? Now that's the challenge for you, and I hope you accept that challenge. Now, just because the video's about to end, I want you to carry on, keep challenging yourselves, yet with either the throwing or the keepy uppy challenge. Let me know in the comments below, okay, how many you got, but make sure your adults or the teacher in class or the adult or supervisor at home maybe take some pictures or some videos and leaves it in the comment section so we can clearly see who's taking part in these videos. I hope you've really enjoyed that year 3. That's week 2 done, okay? Now feel free, if you see on the YouTube channel a year 4 video, year 2 video, year 5 video, okay? Feel free to have a go at those on different days so you're really keeping that body active, because it's so good for your mental health whilst being at home in lockdown, or whether being at school in lockdown. Okay? Now, all I will say is if you're going to try a year above, or 2 years above, or 3 years above, maybe adapt it to you, okay? Because obviously they are aimed for year 4, 5 and 6 children, not aimed for you. So maybe make it a little bit easy for you. Obviously get your adult, your supervisor to help you with that. I just want to say a big thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. I'd love to hear how you're doing in these videos. Bye for now.